Well, in a long history of Folsom Field, a lot of history has been made, but nothing as dubious as what happened here in 2012. Along with Larry Zimmer, I'm Mark Johnson. Buffaloes fall in their season finale, 42-35. Buffaloes finish up the year 1-11, 1-8 in Pac-12 conference play, and for the first time since 1920, prior to this building even being built, the Buffaloes are winless at home. Partner, how do you put a cap on something like that?
Well, the cap I'm going to put on is it's now behind us,
Yeah.
and we got to move forward. You and I have to move forward with this program, and the program has to move forward. I think John Embry is ready to go to work to try to improve it. And I think we still see the foundation. Yeah, we bid goodbye to 8 great seniors, but you see the foundation in this game with Dante Abron with his second game up over 80 yards. He's going to be a really good running back. You have Nelson Spruce, who is developing into a good receiver. He had 10 catches in this game. Tyler McCullough, I thought, had his best game as a Buffalo. Quarterback is still going to be the problem. Nick Hirschman, yeah, he looked good, but he threw 4 interceptions. They led to points, and you can't have that. So I think it'll be an interesting spring because Shane Dillon will be in the mix, and come next year you're going to have a couple of the recruits that they hope to bring in the mix. So I think it's going to be a wide open battle at quarterback. If they can settle that and get the guy who can lead them and say, this is my job, then I think this will be a better football team.
Yeah, the Buffaloes certainly, as we all know, have had many liabilities all year long. But as we know, whether it be college or Pop Warner or the NFL, you've got to have the guy under center. And right now, not exactly sure who that would be. Buffaloes did have some explosive plays out there today. One of them a 100-yard kickoff return by Marquise Mosley. When we talk about the young players, the Crowleys, the Uri Wrights, the Mosleys, Christian Powell's, there's some guys you're going to have to count on. He showed some explosiveness today, but is the foundation there, do you think, for this thing to move forward?
I happen to think it is, and I think with the offensive line played well. They're all back. You don't lose anybody off that offensive line. Defensively, you got a Brady Day who's going to step in where Rippey has been playing all these years. So I do think they have some players in the foundation. They've just got to get better, and they have to get more consistent. And once that probably comes with experience, Mark.
Yeah, and, I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah, they certainly didn't have experience on this team this year.
No, that is very certain. 8 seniors walk out of here, as Zim mentions, for the final time on this senior day. Some very good ones. Will Precheck might be probably the name guy out of all of them. Now, when you look at this, John Embry said afterward, the evaluation process commences immediately. They've already hit, and he said, I thought he might have tipped his hand a little bit. He said it's already begun.
Started, yeah.
Now, that's not only a roster deal, but also a recruiting deal. And I'd have to believe there are changes coming. This staff will not be intact by the time 2013 rolls around.
I think there has to be changes. I don't know how drastic changes, but they can't keep going the way they were going with the inconsistencies they had. Yeah, you can talk about the players. They're the ones out there playing, but somebody has to prepare them.
Yep, there's no doubt about that. So I think it's safe to say here over the next few weeks that this thing will evolve a little bit. There are going to be adjustments, or however you want to put it, firings or dismissals, but there's going to be some changes, I think, on this team. And when you have a year like 1-11, 1-8 in conference play, 0-6 here at Folsom Field, I think that's expected, and coaches understand that.
Oh, sure, coaches understand it. I mean, I think we ought to make the point. It's not going to be the head guy.
No, that's true.
John Embry is safe and is okay to continue to go, and he does need more than 2 years. Mm-hmm. So, I just didn't want to leave that hanging.
No, that's true. And when you have a season like this from a fan perspective, everyone starts calling for everybody. I mean, they want the custodians dismissed after this. But
exactly.
That's not the reality. The head coach will come
back. Might even want Ralphie to go.
I think. Well, I'm not sure Ralphie. Maybe not Ralphie. But nonetheless, 1-11. The Buffaloes wrap up the season 1-8 in conference play for the first time in the history of Folsom Field. The Buffs walk out of there with heads hung and not tasting victory. It was a tough one on the final day of the season as the Buffaloes fall 42-35 as they lose to Utah here at Folsom Field. For Larry Zimmer, I'm Mark Johnson. Wrapping up 2012, we thank you for joining us on our Buffs recap all year long here at 850KOA.com.